It's pretty surprising how long the RX has been out, and it's continuing to get better. This is a 2024 Lexus RX 350 F Sport all-wheel drive, and I have to admit, this is a pretty nice crossover. If you are in the market, be sure to ask for Lindon here at Larry H. Miller Lexus Lindon, or ask for Tyler, the sales manager. Let's go ahead and go over the window sticker so you guys can see some of the options and features on this spec. So at the very top here shows the color and the spec of this RX. And be sure to pause it. Here's some of the standard equipment. It is a short listing. And then here's some of the options on this side with the pricing. Destination comes in at $1,350 with a total price of $65,760. And here's some of the Philly County numbers on the side here. It's hard to believe the RX was one of the first crossovers to hit the market. And look how they've taken shape over the years. Like, this used to be a female SUV crossover, whatever you want to call it. But I would drive this today. Like, this is really sporty. And if you get the RX 500H, those have rear steering, which is pretty cool. Now, as you guys saw in the headlights, you have this triple beam setup right there. That was an option. You have the sprayer. And look how they hide the front parking sensors on the front end of the grille. And you have one on the side here. So pulling into the garage will alert you if you're getting too close there. A little bit of silver accent on the front end too. And also in the front part of the grille. The spindle grille has taken a newer shape on this one too. And I do like the overall styling. Forward facing camera right there. And you can probably see those headlights a little bit better in the shade on this side. Fog lights are so small, and I do like that. It really does help the front end. And notice how they have like a small light right here too. I guess that shines further out for you. Not too much going on in the hood, but off to the side, 21-inch wheel. It's like a dark graphite color. And check out your wheel locks. They're black too. And 6-piston brakes. Pretty massive. Wheel wells have a cloth material, and you have a black plastic trim piece down below, which is fine. You have a painted mirror cap finished in black. Camera views right there for the 360. And here's that F badge. Blind spot monitoring. And you see the pass through for the mirrors. That should help reduce the road noise. Now, these door handles do not come out, so they're pretty much fixed. There's a button on the inside. I love that they do that. And you have like this black trim top and bottom. Smart key system for the front and rear doors. The fender flares are color matched. Really nice setup. Definitely sporty. And out back, you guys can see the trim piece here. Another parking sensor on the side. And look at the rear part of the bumper too. It's all finished in black. It gives it that sporty, aggressive look. You don't see any tailpipes, but you have the parking sensors all the way around. Backup cameras right there. Now, if you have the key in your pocket, you can pop the rear liftgate by kicking underneath. And then you have the buttons there. A little bit of storage below here. You have a smaller spare tire. This one has a first aid kit. This slides to pretty much hide your cargo. Subwoofer out back. And I like how they give you the carpet all the way up too. Because over time, when it's all hard plastic like this, it gets all scratched up. So this is a better design and style for this. Now, if you don't want to push the button or look for it, you can kind of pull down it like that and it'll go down for you. Out back, you guys did notice that those taillights do go side to side, full LED. And check out the glass right there. That is a really nice design. They do hide the windshield wiper too, and it really does clean up the rear. You can see the shark fin above. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this RX 350. Gone are the days of 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6s. If you're looking for any vehicle today, especially if it's been redesigned within the 2020s, most likely it's going to have a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. And that's not a bad thing, because at the end of the day, if you're doing a lot of highway driving, that's where these engines shine. They have great performance. Like, for example, it has 275 horsepower. Remember, the 3.5 liter V6s had like 268, 270. So this does have more horsepower, but where it really shines is the torque because of that turbocharger. 317 pound-feet of torque. This does have 11-to-1 compression, 8-speed transmission, and of course, because it is a Lexus, you're gonna have to use premium fuel. So this is kind of why you would buy a luxury vehicle. It's the fit and finish of the interior, and of course the overall styling of the exterior. When you feel the materials inside of here and you go and test drive like a Hyundai or a Honda, whatever, you're gonna notice a huge difference. And those SUVs have gotten so much more expensive, and in some cases are about the same price or maybe a little bit less than something like this when they're fully loaded. But when you go to close the doors, like, I'm gonna slam it, like, you don't really notice that it was slammed because it's just so solid. And I like the button that they give you for the inside to open the door. Here's some of your controls. You don't have to guess. You're gonna have automatic up and down windows, front and rear. This does have the Mark Levinson, which was an option. And this like suede material, it almost looks like felt, but it feels nice to the touch. You have some red stitching, red accents on this interior. I know my wife doesn't care for red and black interiors, but I don't mind this on the two-tone. You're gonna have a 10-way driver's seat, so it goes up and down on the front and the rear. Of course, you can control the seat back. You have your lumbar, and of course this does slide. Power steering column, and you have 3 settings for seat memory. You can power fold the outside mirrors, and you can set that up automatically, so when you turn it off and lock it, it will pretty much fold those mirrors for you. But stepping in, this is kind of high, but it sits pretty low, and that's why it doesn't really matter, because it's easy to get your foot in and out of. Now you guys can see right here, this part here for the ladies, when you get in and out, this is all clean all the time because they have this piece down below. That way you don't get your clothes dirty. And that's what I like about the RX and a lot of these luxury vehicles, because they do things like that. Those are the small details that you don't really see on the lower level or premium SUVs. You have the sport pedals down below. And then check out your overall interior. This opens to the side, or like this. Cup holders. Here's your gears selector. You have some off-road buttons here. Auto stop start. Traction control, you have the hold. Push button start is up top. And check this out. This does have heads-up display. I am disappointed that this doesn't have a panoramic sunroof. And I think for the price point, they should have made that available. But you do have LED lighting for the interior. Here's a spot for your sunglass holder right there. And all this is finished in a fabric material, including the B pillars right here. So yeah, the B pillars there. But if you look all the way in the rear, all that's finished in hard plastic. But again, when you look around this interior, you know that Lexus goes the extra mile. I love the bowstring on the seats. They definitely hug you. This slides open and it shows you your wireless charger. You have 2 USBs. You have a Type-C and a Type-A. You have a 12-volt plug right there. 2 more USBs. These are Type-Cs. They're becoming more and more popular. Up here, you do have a digital gauge cluster. And I feel like Lexus does a good job. See, it shows me my door's open. And don't be afraid to slam it. Now you have this right there. One thing I like about these buttons is you can pretty much see on the heads-up display it shows you, so you don't ever have to look down. You kind of know where your hand is too. That is really cool, and I think Lexus has really figured this thing out perfectly. Now it does show you some of the information. I'm going to hit this button here, and it's going to basically flip the buttons for me. So now you can see it's changing some of the information that you see inside of here. It's a lot of nice information that they give you. Now this screen here, this is a 9.8-inch screen. There is a 14-inch screen available. Dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You have an automatic heated steering wheel too, by the way. Here's some of your buttons on the side, your volume controls in the middle. Now your 360 camera is really, really nice. Like, you can see around the SUV here. This is really cool. And for the people who can't drive, like, this is what this is for. You can pause it right there. You hit the pause button, and you can actually see above. This is like a bird's eye view. So yeah, making parking a lot easier. When I drove through the car wash earlier today, you could see like around the vehicle down low, which I liked too. And if you push this button right there, this shows you some of the things that you frequently use, some of your comfort and convenience right there. Now you can swipe it. You have your heads-up display, so you can change what you see. You can see more things or less. Here's some of your driving modes right there. Driving assistance, and then proactive driving assist. Now push the X down below. Here's some of your audio controls right there. Your phone just obviously is going to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then here's some more of those driving assistants. You can see your tire pressure, things like that. And then here's a setup too. And I like how you can just kind of swipe with your finger. And then here's just a few things that you can see. On the steering wheel, you have an F Sport badge. The leather is really soft, perforated right there. And you have some more of that red stitching. And right above, you have more of that soft touch on the dash, more of that like felt or suede material. And let's kind of hop over to the passenger side so you can see this a little bit better. And one more time down below. Now I did forget to show you guys this. So you do have a digital rearview mirror, home links down below. And as I said earlier, these seats, very sporty, really comfortable. And out back, I would venture to say that this is bigger than some of the competitors. Like, getting in and out, you have a flat floor surface. Actually, there's a small hump right here. Not too high though, not too high. Seat back pockets. These seats do recline. So here's a lever right there. And they recline a good bit. Look at that. This is not big, so for them to recline this much, I'm actually surprised. If no one's sitting in that center, some cup holders. This headrest does go up if you need it to. And down below you have Type-C USBs, and you have a temperature control in the rear. But that's pretty much it. Everything else is just pretty typical what you see on SUVs. Even the roof here, really nice material. They do give you these grab handles, which would help you to get in and out. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers on the door. Now, if you're a business owner, this might be important to you. So the gross vehicle weight rating on this is going to be 5,620 pounds. So unfortunately, it's not 6,000. And even if you get the RX 500H, it's only 5,995 pounds. So why Lexus would screw business owners for 5 pounds is beyond me. But nevertheless, if you're carrying a lot of people in gear, you cannot exceed 1,110 pounds. The tire pressure recommendation is 33 PSI front and rear. And that's it. Hope you guys liked the video. I think that this is a really nice SUV for men and women. I think that they did a great job. And it's sporty, it feels comfortable. And maybe if I have a chance, I'll drive it in the next video. See you guys soon.